about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Olin.
Well, the Atlanta Hawks continue to build a team-first culture. Mike Budenholzer talked about how the players believe in each other and enjoy playing together. You hear it from the players themselves. They hold each other in high esteem. They play unselfishly. They're having fun doing it. They're still called Spurs East. And see why.
All about playing together, David. Thank you. Brent, just how important is chemistry? How long can it take a team to develop a good kind of chemistry?
Well, one of the important parts about chemistry that we don't talk about enough, in my opinion, is not when things are going good. Chemistry sometimes shows itself for teams when you're at the lowest points of the season and how quickly you can dig out. So you're always developing it, but it might be most important when you're struggling.
You were reading my mind. And it's the Hawks start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Atlanta. On the wings, it's Korver and Bazemore. Paul Millsap out there with Howard. And it's Schroeder into the point. Now, here's Schroeder. Howard misses. Here's Pattis one. Pass to the body. It's tipped. That's great. The Hawks. Schroeder leading the charge. That shot wide open.
You can see how Schroeder's eyes get big whenever he has a chance like that. Surprising from the point guard position.
Pattis one. Passes to Simmons. Here's the bodyguard. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. There's the machine. The 76ers with another miss. Here kicks to Howard. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Millsap. Catch so good. He will take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see it last week.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
And let's hope for a heated matchup in this first game between them, because a close one tonight ensures we'll have 3 more good games.
Here's it from outside.
And the lid's off. They wanted to score to begin this one, but that shot might just help them going.
Next to Millsap. Outside Korver. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And a foul on the shot. We'll bring the start to 2.
He's lost some explosiveness over the years, but still remains an intimidating presence when he's healthy. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call him a #1 option on the offensive end, but still great in a pick and roll, better than most when it comes to posting, and defensively, when he's moving well, a straight beast.
Shots these days, but he remains extremely difficult to score against in the paint.
Yeah, statistically, opponents still struggle to shoot against him. He has the power and instincts to stop most true centers from getting comfortable on blocks, and his reputation goes a long way for unnerving opponents.
And so Howard nails both of them.
Well, you had the feeling that Dwight Howard was going to move on from Houston this last offseason. Ended up dropping out and signing on with his hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks. Got a sizable 3-year deal as well.
Schroeder. Swing gets the whistle. Now Jack on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for Howard, he was courted by several teams in free agency. Arguably the biggest name in the center spot.
Well, he met with several teams that would have been a good fit, but I think the hometown factor was too hard to pass up. His last big contract in the league, might as well take it for the team he loved growing up.
And you see that blonde streak for Dennis Schroeder? His mother used to run a hair salon. She wanted Dennis to dye his hair blonde. Instead, he did just that spot.
Well, it's become a bit of his trademark, Kevin. And during the 15-16 NBA season, he had his number 17 emblazoned in gold back then. So it's not the only thing right now that's setting him apart. There aren't many German players in the NBA. Of course, we think of Dirk Nowitzki first, but Schroeder coming along nicely.
Here's the machine. playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. That is the one. Pass it to the Beast. It is good. The Beast's got his first points of the game.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Could be. D willing to give that one up, and that mid-range jumper is his favorite.
Now here's Korver. 12 points his last outing. There's the screen. Clock at 6. Looks at the screen. Korver kicks it to Basin.
Fantastic pass from Korver there to a teammate who was left all alone, saving the court well.
The pass to Simmons. And this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And 10 minutes, Philadelphia. The Hawks leading. Schroeder dishes to Korver. Close out the screen. He feeds it to Schroeder. Back to Millsap. Now the dish to Korver. Now here's Howard. He's starting close, and he makes that one.
And Howard's release is a little unconventional, but it works. And the D must pay attention to him from that range.
That is one. Pass it to the body. Here's Banish one. Guarded by Korver. Simmons with it. Millsap on him. Passes it to the body. For 3. Rebound Atlanta. Bazemore with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Washington. And a breakdown of the assists and turnovers over the last 10 games relative to the season as a whole for him.
In the game.
Takes the Korver. Lets it go from 11, and it's blocked. Possession. The steal. Here's the Beast. Another key contributor to that nice win against Oklahoma City. Millsap grabs the miss.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
And Bazemore kicks to Howard. Takes it from 10, and the shot goes in. Howard's got 6.
Gotta feed Howard the rock when he's in the paint. He commands the ball whenever he has that kind of position.
There's Bazemore. And he's got the bucket and sent hitting to the line. That could be a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Well, even the dentist would tell you that's a sweet move for that lay. And yeah, you gotta love his tenacity.
The 76ers making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. And Brent, you look at Kent Bazemore, undrafted out of Old Dominion. His first year has been more for his second-line innings as a reserve for the Warriors than anything else.
Well, now he's got other guys on the sideline waving towels, Kevin. He's developed into a very valuable rotation player, and he still plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I think that really helps him.
Now here's Howard. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Philadelphia with the ball. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Pass to the Beast. Puts it up in 12. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it left.
Looking now at some numbers for Kyle Korver. How he did last season. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
Here's the Beast. bounces again. Can't hit it.
And he's the last guy you want to leave open there, but somehow he didn't knock it down.
Porter with it. Diverted by Simmons. Porter dishes to Schroeder. Howard with his screen out open. Schroeder passes to Howard. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And it's 8 points for Dwight Howard.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And everyone drops.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Screen by Howard. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Pass to Bazemore. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very capable of making
The pass to Battister. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Back to Schroeder. No good that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the way they attack the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seem to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, the point's not hard to come by for them, that's for sure. I'd have surrendered too if I was trying to defend against that potent attack.
Two shots. And he makes the first. The ability to go from three-point shot is a weapon. Brent, some have suggested that during the All-Star weekend, the three-point shootout should be the final event instead of the dunk contest. What do you think?
Well, I got a great idea. I really think they should expand the three-point shootout into 16 guys playing, and then you hand out a little bracket so all the fans can participate and fill it out.
Great
So
idea.
you go from 16 to 8 and then 8 to 4, then have the dunk contest, and then come back and let those scores shoot it out. So you can kind of split it up a little bit and make the three-point shootout the last thing that you see. I'm on board.
Sounds good. Sixers third. Number 5, the Hawks.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
For Atlanta, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Splitter sets a screen for Jack. Picked by Humphries. Splitter. And slammed in by Splitter.
When you have a 7-foot player like Splitter, or close to it, roll into the bucket, you gotta get to the big man.
Here's McConnell. This is it to Holmes. There's Battister. Defended by Jack. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Splitter. Outside Korver. Back to Jack. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
game just rose up to the challenge.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. The 10-foot. He tries off the glass, but it's no good. 76ers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Covington with the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now here's Jack. He had 13 points in the win against Washington. The three from Sabanosha. Okafor grabs the miss. Philadelphia moved on 7 of 15 from the field at this point. That is one. Passes it to Hall. Here's Covington. And that one goes in as he is fouled. And he's 3 points as he converts at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Rodriguez is checked in for Patterson. The 76ers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team on the line.
The Hawks trail by 3. And Jack kicks to Humphries. Now Sabanosha. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Jack for 3. Three-pointers right on target. And Jack's got it all tied up now for the Hawks. 76ers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Holmes kicks to Covington. Pass to Holmes. And here is Rodriguez, covered by Humphries. Covington with the bucket.
It's one of those things, the team hits from downtown, the other side immediately wants to get back those points.
Now here is Jack. He has 5. He's a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta. Philadelphia establishes 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first.
And so much more responsibility for Hawks head coach Mike Budenholzer, named the team president in the summer of 2015. But I'll tell you what, he's been well prepared. 18 years in San Antonio, actually played for Coach Popovich during those days where he was an athlete. I'll tell you, he still is one. He's doing a terrific job.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Scott is checked in for Chris Humphries. Nice. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Back to Jack. Outside Scott. He kicks the split. Dishes it to Jack. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They grabbed it on this. Scott. Good.
Nice dirty work on the offensive boards there. Rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback.
The 76ers trail. When you think of the temperament of Mike Budenholzer comparing him to, say, Greg Popovich, who was an assistant coach under for well over a decade, Greg, how would you compare the two?
They're very charismatic. They're the kind of coaches that as players, once you get some time with them, get a chance to know them, what they're trying to do is just get the best out of you. That's something that both of them share.
Here's Champ. Jaleel Okafor making his last shot. The Hawks have been solid for Lightning so far. 4 for 4.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
the league has ever seen.
And one of the most prolific scorers the league has ever seen. Dominique, a Hall of Famer. And it was nice to see that the Hawks put a statue of Dominique Wilkins outside of the arena in 2015. It's so great to see that the Atlanta Hawks franchise has kept Dominique around the community as they move forward.
Now here's Rodriguez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on his score. Goes up with his flight. But he recovers it. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Jack with it. Behind Rodriguez. Separation kicks to Jack. He misses it to Split. And Curtis's time check as that one goes in. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Oh, and that is Splitter's comfort zone there. He's so gifted in the post and usually finds some ways to capitalize on shots like he did there.
And here's Rodriguez. The feed now to Okafor. Back to Rodriguez. 3-pointer. That one doesn't drop. At the end of one, closer contested game so far. Hawks lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And off we go. Close game. Now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
Well, those high percentage shots have keyed their offense tonight, and until the defense packs the lane, no reason to shift their strategy.
Here's Rodriguez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Howard. Mike Scott out there with separation. And there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's a jump.
And good passing setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here is Howard. Philadelphia able to drain the free. Kicks it to separation. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
One thing that Cephalosha continues to do well is stretch the floor with the outside shot, something he shows off there.
Noel in the corner. To the middle. Here's Okafor. Back in off the glass.
And that's exactly what you want. Tight mismatch in close leads to the easy layup.
Kicks to Scott. Feeds it to Jack. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Here's Scott. Oh, good on the triple. Philadelphia shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Rodriguez goes in. Noel. And stolen by Scott. Schroeder against Rodriguez. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered closely. Here's Howard. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And give credit to the D, but Howard is just too strong in the paint. No chance of stopping him, even when he has a hand in his face.
Now here's Okafor. Here's McConnell. And stolen by Cephalosha. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now, after a few years of tinkering with the jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Wittman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointer. Humphries said, I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer. Evan?
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players trying to add that 3, D.A. Thank you. 6 to shoot. Here's Howard. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rodriguez goes in. Check with the defensive end.
Well, he's a great finisher around the rim, but some stellar defense there stopped that from happening.
Scott can't get it to go.
Not sure what the team is doing there. Clearly a breakdown.
He feeds it to Jack. Howard setting the pick for Jack. Nobody near Schroeder. No good on the group. No up is wrong. 1-2 on 13 minutes in the second quarter.
And coming into the NBA, Dennis Schroeder drew comparisons to Rajon Rondo for his frame and his quickness. He's already shown himself to be a better shooter than Rondo, but his defense still has a long way to go.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Scott. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's what you need to do. When you're the bigger man, you have to punish the defender inside.
Rodriguez outside. And it's all evened up. Rodriguez has got himself going after his first basket of the game. And when you look at the comparison between Rondo and Dennis Schroeder, they both have a certain cockiness to the dunk.
Yeah, they play with some bravado out there, and that's one of the first things to be noticed about Schroeder. Great confidence. He doesn't back down from the challenge that anyone offers up.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Dwight Howard. Well, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
And that's what we're seeing more and more. Point guards who can finish as well as they make the play.
Here's Schroeder after the Sixers pick up 2. I'll finish to Cephalosha. They set the pick. They find Jay out of the way. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
To the wing right side. Noel dishes to Okafor. And lots of contact here. Missing the shot. Issue 2. So what you think about the great teams, it's not just about having star players, but also the secondary players who really excel in more defined roles.
It's always an interesting dilemma for general managers who, once they establish who it is that's going to carry the bulk of the load for the season, in terms of the offense as the star player, who it is that's going to complement that guy. J.J. Redick in Los Angeles over the past couple seasons has really shown all of the things coming into the NBA that he was supposed to be. And it's been unlocked by the fact that he's playing with Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards of all time. And then there are systematic guys who have shown their wares. Kent Bazemore last year and the type of play that he had in Atlanta under Mike Budenholzer in terms of his importance as a role player moving forward.
I've always wondered what's more difficult for a GM, a personnel guy in the NBA. Find that star player, which wouldn't seem to be that hard because they're pretty well known. But finding a guy like we're talking about here, that secondary player that makes everything kind of revolve around that top player.
Well, they also have to know their top player really well. So it's an interesting thing. You're just not handpicking the role player because you think that he can defend that wing position because our star guy can't. You have to think about how is it that star player is going to ease the load of that player and make that job much easier for him. And in turn, what can he do to ease some of the pressures for what it is that our star guys have to do?
Here's the bodyguard. Following the basket by Paul Nelson. Pass to Simmons, out to the right wing. Here's Davis one. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Yeah, awesome job right there, closing out on the shooter to contest. They have made him adjust that just a bit.
Here's the bodyguard. He picked up 15 points in the last one against Oklahoma City.
You could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling and passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. They took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
And Atlanta has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. The basket batters. And that's a fight. Ball by Chris Humphries. That's his first foul. Drilled for three-pointer.
Bringing that three-pointer done quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
76ers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. The Machines checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Hawks. Splitters checked in for Dwight Howard.
court. Really nothing short of amazing. Still, this team faltered and didn't even get a chance to play in the tournament. That's a rare thing for a top prospect like him.
Here kicks the splitter. They set the screen, and Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Atlanta has possession. And Bazemore gives it over to Schroeder. Back to Bazemore. Just fine on the clock. Set away. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to put the ball here. Here's Schroeder. 2 on the clock. It's stolen. Thompson outside. That is one. Passes to the bottom. Hits the target from 18 feet. The bodyguard's got his second instant. The Hawks trail by 4. Here kicks the split. Bazemore with it. And there's a whistle. He was on the bodyguard. That's his first foul. The base is shooting for 4-0. Here's Bazemore. 3 on 3. Oh, and they get away with the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. 3 on 3. 2 on the run. Philadelphia grabs some miss. I'll be hosting the weather for that. That'll be the last of 6 straight home for the team. The base guys is going to shoot. Counter on Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 6. Here kicks the splitter. They set the pick. Split sets the screen. Outside Millsap. That's the split. Out to the right lane. Millsap pushes the split. Like it's his. Now here's Bazemore. Unpost. Splitter misses.
Terrific defense. They definitely read the scouting report on this guy.
And that time to add to the lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
They're clearly dialed in, making each possession count. Now the challenge is, let's maintain that focus and concentration.
And stolen by Simmons. Inside of bounds. The 76ers have a possession here. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Hawks.
And not a lot of attempts from beyond the break. Those deeper three-pointers can be a little outside of some players' range, but they've got guys who can make that shot. And I think that's just an outlier so far.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And Brent, going back a few years to your formative playing days in high school, you played at one of the bigger powerhouse high schools in California, and playing on such a team that had such high expectations at that early age. Help your skill up and your overall basketball development.
Well, going to De La Salle High School, if I really wanted success, I should have been a kicker because the football team was off the charts. But we did have great success in basketball, and I did watch my 2 older brothers play at the school, so I understood what the program was about, what kind of expectations there were from the coaches with regards to accountability.
I bet you would have been a pretty good wide receiver.
I might have been, at least for one play, until a linebacker or a quarterback would cut me in half.
Perry going deep. He's got the ball, and there he goes.
And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, I agree. Good time out here if that's the case. No reason to waste precious seconds to get together.
Making a switch here. Porter's checked in. With this break, we'll show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. Block second.
Well, last year, these guys were coached to share the basketball, keep making the extra pass until someone got a good look. We always talk about good to great. They're a prime example.
Here's the bodyguard. That's the basketball.
this monster run.
Hawks trail by 8. Korver gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Korver's got his first 3 points of the game.
Once Korver establishes himself, he fires that without any hesitation.
Here's Spanish one, guarded by Korver. Right wing, up three from Simmons. Offensive rebound. Here's the beast, goes up again, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the tech, they have shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time.
Always a steady hand there at the free throw line.
Bazemore passes to Humphries. Korver dishes to Millsap. And that one goes long.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
And good defenders know it's about angle. Great position and really bother the release point.
They are just killing on the interior.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. On the free throw, no good. The Hawks trail by 9. Now here's Bazemore. They get a hand on it, and now Philadelphia in the push.
He's got to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now here's Splitter. They set the pick, and Bazemore gets to Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Simmons passes to the body. Here's Spanish one. And Philadelphia.
Really such a tremendous game for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Maybe a great run of games coming here. Let's see if he can keep building on this performance.
Here's Millsap. 76ers getting the bucket. Up top, Bazemore. Shot clock at 5. And that time, also a missed shot.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggled this quarter.
All Millsap with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 13. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. The feed now to Korver. He kicks it to Bazemore. There's the triple. Hangs on the trifecta. Bazemore's got 5 now.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
That is the one passes to the bottom. And there is the contact to get those 3 points back. The Bodyguards got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. And so we wrap up the first half. 76ers ahead. They lead by 13. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're not committed to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. One half completed. Let's break it down. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team, both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. Let's start with you, Shaq. What you think about the 76ers?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
They ran into a buzzsaw, and it was on full blast. And once they fell behind, the crowd got into it, and it seemed that they lost a lot of confidence. They started pressing, forcing things, and it made it worse. So in the second half, relax, man. Just remember, there's 2 more quarters. It's a fresh start.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it back to Kevin Harlan and crew. They are standing by courtside.
Welcome back, everyone, to Philadelphia. There's City Hall, an amazing building. Such a great part of this historic American city. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You know, baddest one has been exceptional here, guys.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
Well, none of the defenders can stay with him in one-on-one situations. Even the team defense breaks down if he's in attack mode.
So it's Philadelphia now. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. You got baddest one. He's out there with Simmons. That's the machine, and it's the bodyguard in the point position. And that's the goal for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
And how about the presence of Byron Simmons going up right away with the shot?
Now Schroeder. Howard setting the pick for Schroeder. Down low. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The Beasts got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Sensational coverage by Bazemore there. His length makes him a threat to always be able to block shots like that.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
Got right up in his jersey. I thought they actually traded for him. Didn't allow separation. Just a terrific effort.
The 76ers leading by 14.
They have to talk about Paul Millsap with glowing remarks to his skill set. One of the most skilled power forwards the NBA has. And you look up and down the stat sheet, he'll do it all. He'll block and steal and rebound and have assists. And oh, by the way, now able to stretch the floor out as a three-point shooter.
Now here's Hunt. 14 points for him. Porter dishes to Howard. The Hawks working the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Schroeder. Another 3 for Atlanta. And Millsap, since moving to the Eastern Conference, Brett, finally enjoying the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, a multiple-time All-Star, and he just keeps getting better. Even as he enters his 30s, Paul Millsap puts up impressive statistics.
That one's up.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of range.
Yep, wanted to put another nail in the coffin and using those hands as a hammer.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Older.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. You know, Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. They take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. Take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. Very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, D, and that's what it's all about. Thank you. Shot at 2 hitters. 7 points for Ben Simmons. Here's Schroeder. He's got 9. Atlanta calls timeout. Have to like what we're seeing from Baniswan.
Well, they might want to think about doubling him, maybe tripling him. I'm not sure what's going to work. Right now, he's hitting everything.
Changes. Scotty's checked in for Millsap. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Jared Jack is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Jared Jack. Schroeder kicks to Jack. He dishes it to Howard. Feeds to Schroeder. Screen by Howard. And here's Schroeder. He's got 9. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 10, and the bucket from Scott.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Here's the bodyguard. Guarded by Schroeder. To the beast. 6 on the shot clock. And the 76ers get it back. Here's Baniswan. Oh, we know we made a couple of raising a lot of people.
And as many times as you see it, you never get used to seeing a player have to come out with injury.
And you have to feel for the guy right here. You can see that look of frustration on his face.
And the 76ers making a change here. Rodriguez is checked in. Changes for Philadelphia. Nerlens Noel comes in for Simmons, and it's Rashawn Holmes in for Rodriguez. Second half here, or just over 3.5 minutes into it. There's no time at all on that one. 12 points for the bodyguard. Hawks trail by 13. Kicks it to Howard. Here's Cephalosha. Shot by Jack. Wide open. Another 3 for Atlanta.
three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the middle. Here's the machine. Easy layup and right off the pick. The machine's got 8 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
They set the pick. Screen by Howard. Rear passes to Cephalosha. Here's Scott. And the lead is down inside single digits. Scott's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Noel. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Shoots from the line. Another shot. The machine. He's 5 for 9.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. And there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Schroeder. He's got 9. And the rejection by Noel. Passes to the body. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Schroeder with the ball. Back to Cephalosha. Howard kicks the jam. Knocks it loose. Here's the bodyguard. Pass to Holmes. Jacks up a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. And the 76ers lead by 14.
Beautiful setup. Put that basket right where it needed to be.
Outside, Scott. He feeds it to Cephalosha. There's the dish to Jack. From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. He's got 15.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pass to the body. Over to the left wing. Here's the machine. And a foul on the shot. Will go to strike for 2. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early. At the line for 2. And that one misses. Rodriguez is checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for the Beast. And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 12. And Jack kicks to Howard. Here's the screen. It's a 2 from Cephalosha. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Noel in the corner. Here's McConnell.
Just getting nasty on him now, though.
You know, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out the really slick moves. That was a nice free play brought to you by Kia. Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. Boy, are they struggling in there.
And some of that right now might be a lack of toughness, but you can't combine that with laziness. Guys are not crashing down and closing off those driving lanes.
Did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
There might also be an opportunity here that he can exploit a mismatch. We'll see.
for the machine. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Splitters checked in.
The head athletic trainer of the 76ers updated me on the situation. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. He won't return to this game, and he could be looking at a very long recovery process. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
And they will fall over the back on the play.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Atlanta.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Chris Humphries.
The Hawks trail by 14. Dishes to Jack. Cephalosha kicks to Jack. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Splitter sets a screen. That's a two from Cephalosha. Atlanta again missing.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now ends up crossing it.
Rodriguez goes in. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rodriguez has got 5 now.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
It's deflected. Okafor with the steal. Mercado passes to Holmes. Here's Okafor. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot to go to the line. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The fourth spot held by the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
No good on that. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And he can't hit the second. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 16. Outside Korver. The feed to Humphries. Right side Jack. Shot to stop the drought. It's rolled in by the 76ers. Overgoes got his second rebound in the game with that pistol. Grant.
Get some numbers for Jack. He's had a strong showing last season. Put up about 13 points per, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. Last year wasn't his best, but he's looking for a bounce-back campaign this season.
The free throw drops for Grant. How you think about free throws? Getting a shooting foul is one of the best outcomes offensively for most players. And we've got guys in this league that can really do it well.
Still one of the most important aspects, Kevin, of an offensive thrust is to show the officials during any game that you're willing to attack the rim and go in there with fearlessness. Most of those guys end up getting to the free throw line and shooting very effective shots. You're always looking for 1 point per possession. And if you can step to the free throw line with nobody around you, unguarded, and knock a couple down, it benefits your team.
How often, though, do you think that's the best shot as opposed to driving, drawing a couple defenders in there, then kicking it out?
Well, I think
what the analytics would say on that?
Well, I think you have to be really selective on who it is that you're kicking it out to. But certainly the free throw is one of the most important shots in the game of basketball. And usually the most aggressive team is going to shoot more on a nightly basis.
It's deflected. Now here is Jack. He's got 15. Picked by Humphries. Now here is Cephalosha. G right on him. He kicks it to Humphries. Here's Jack. 5 on the clock. And Grant sends it back. Unhindered, going all the way. Feeds it to Okafor. It's stolen by Jack. Korver against Rodriguez. Korver kicks to Jack. Intercepted. Here's McConnell. And so he ends up trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
He misses the free throw. The 76ers making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Millsap comes in for Chris Humphries. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Thabo Cephalosha. Good on the second free throw. The Hawks trail by 16. Jack dishes to Korver. Millsap kicks it to Bazemore. Here's Splitter. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Splitter's got 6.
Big height advantage right there.
And sometimes it's not just the height, it's the flow in the shooting motion. Extremely effective from the mid-range.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And a casualty of the Spurs freeing up space for LaMarcus Aldridge. They had to trade away Thiago Splitter. He went off to Atlanta.
Yeah, no surprise there, the connection with Budenholzer and the Spurs in tracking down Thiago Splitter to make him a nice addition to this basketball team. One thing you'd like to see is to have Thiago Splitter have a few healthy seasons before it's all said and done.
Now here's Noel. Following the shot by Jared Jackson. Big three-point range. Rodriguez has got 5 points in the quarter.
Nothing more frustrating than to have to guard a guy like him when he is on.
Splitter sets a screen for Jack. Korver kicks to Jack. Money from the wing. 17 points in the game.
Great to see Korver getting involved with dimes like that one. He's not just a shooter, he can really pass it too.
And it's Grant in the corner. He dishes it to Noel. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Connor Covington's checked in for Rodriguez. And Brent, here's something you may not know about the name Korver. It means the German occupational name for basket maker. Huh? Think about that. Very appropriate for Connor.
Is that true, Kevin? It's amazing. You do more research than Greg Anthony does. And man, he can fill it up. One of the game's very best.
Now here's Splitter. 6 points for him. Gets the front of the rim and out. Here's Covington. Noel was screen on Korver. Here's Covington. Here's Holmes. And there it goes! Just as the clock
The timing, an unbelievable touch on that one.
Do you think he knew? He knew. from the moment he let that go. Just unreal.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. It has been a one-sided show. Trail by 21. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Bazemore is the 3 with Millsap the 4. Schroeder runs the point and over to his side. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Second chance effort. He'll shoot again. And you can count. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And really, Howard is so good at using his wide body to gobble up boards. Just sheer muscle.
Free throw no good for Howard. Philadelphia leading by 19 points. Here's McConnell. And Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Korver for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Covington. There's a screen by Noel. The pass to McConnell, expanding his range, hits it from 3-point range.
Had his head on a swivel and found the open man. Nice assist.
Action gone 104 since the end of the third quarter. Tipped away. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. Just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Grant. No good. Good work defensively by Millsap. Hawks shooting well. They're at 45%. Now Schroeder. Brennan, know you like the NBA D-League growing to over 20 teams this season. Every team now will have their own D-League affiliate. It makes so much sense on so many levels.
I think it's awesome that we're going to eventually get to 30 teams in the D-League so that every coach has the opportunity to develop his players. You're going to have an assistant coaching staff, a head coaching staff in the D-League that's using the same exact language that you're going to hear if you move up and get 10 days with the big ball club or eventually sign a contract for the rest of the season. That fluctuation for players and for the franchises is going to be very, very beneficial.
The quality of the player coming up to the D-League now has never been better either.
Oh, he's had some great success stories with D-League players coming up and playing some important roles throughout the course of the regular season. But these affiliations, Kevin, directly with the big ball club are going to pay some huge dividends.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
Here's Simmons. Rebounded by Korver.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
And good defenders know it's about angles. Got great position and really bother the release point.
For 3. And it's Schroeder missing. 76ers leading by 22. Kicks to Simmons. Passes it to Noel. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And getting it Philadelphia.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And still a big wish list item for Commissioner Silver, creating a 2 years out of high school requirement for players coming into the NBA.
It's going to be interesting, Kevin. I'm all for anybody who has the talent to do something, to be exposed to do it as soon as you possibly can. But for the good of the league, for the product as a whole, I think 2 years in college would be a great rule for our league. It will save coaches time from teaching these young players how it is to be a pro and to play the pro game.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Also a good decision from the coach to settle your guys down, get into something new, and everybody on the same page.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Grant is checked in for Robert Covington. And the bodyguards subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Tabo Sapolosha is checked in for Atlanta. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Korver passes to Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Millsap. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone.
Here's the bodyguard. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Simmons. By Sapolosha. There's Noel. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And stolen by Simmons. That's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
And sometimes you have no chance of stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. Commissioner Adam Silver mentioned at some point they'll look at potentially expanding the NBA draft to 3 rounds. It's been that before in 1988. Used to be, what, 6, 7?
That's correct.
A long time ago, Brent. Should the league go back to a 3-round draft?
Why not?
But how about some of these names deep in the second round? These are kids that knew it.
You don't have to watch it, Kevin, but it's good for the league
But
to
we
have
love the
3
league,
rounds.
so of course you're watching.
Yeah, and you think about the hundreds of potential players that could make the NBA, certainly be on the summer league roster, so that the teams can evaluate them over the next 3 months before the NBA season gets started. So why not 3 rounds?
Philadelphia with the ball, following Paul Millsap's 3.
Whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills,
The dish to Sapolosha. Offensive rebound, and Howard with the second chance points.
And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
Pass to Simmons. Thompson outside. He feeds it to Simmons, and that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Some changes for Philadelphia. The Machines check in for Nerlens Noel. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Thompson. And it's the Beast in for Jeremy Grant. Howard kicks to Korver. Back to Howard. To the paint. Ball's not loose. Here's the bodyguard. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's the 3. I think everyone would agree that the players have spent more time developing their strength and athleticism than the past. Maybe Michael Jordan was the first to really popularize that. How would you approach it if you were coming into the league now?
Well, I think every player understands that when you improve the most, Kevin, it's during the offseason. So guys either ask other players in their area who it is that they're working with and try to get together so that they have some company while they're in the gym. where they find some trainers that are going to push the limits of their potential so that in the offseason they can come back next year bigger, better, and stronger for that season.
How can you play in the league now if you don't have a very comprehensive off-season schedule?
It's absolutely a year-round job, and there's some people on both coasts and in the Midwest that specialize in getting NBA players in particular ready for their next campaign.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Chris Humphries has checked in for Howard. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Prince has checked in for Cephalosha. Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. So it's Atlanta now. Outside Hardaway. Picked by Humphrey. Hardaway dishes to Schroeder. A floater, puts up a 3. That shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And I saw a study recently, Brent, that home court advantage isn't what it used to be.
Home court advantage is about a point to a point and a half. I read that very same article. And so it's interesting.
You sent it to me. You remember that? You sent that article.
Oh, you read the things I said.
Of course I do. You said
that's a first. That's a first. So what I like about it, Kevin, is the fact that the three-point line is really changing that huge disparity between what it is that a home court advantage used to be and what it is now. Still highly important, I think, for young teams throughout the regular season to get themselves in a position to have home court advantage. As slight as it might be, it is still one.
Clearly a foul.
At the line, your 76ers. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So for the Hawks. Mike Howard's checked in for Scott. Ken Bazemore comes in, and it's Korver in for Hardaway. So he gets them both. And here's Schroeder. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
This is to Howard. Bazemore for 3. Traps in the train.
Well, once Bazemore gets the ball off the pass, he immediately skies up for the jump shot and nails it. You like to see that kind of assertive, aggressive, confident attitude.
Now here's Simmons. Baseline try. That one goes in. Simmons got 13 points in the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Bazemore with it. Screen by Howard. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's Bazemore with the 3. Bazemore's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Atlanta. And there's the pass to the machine. Atlanta with the rebound. Howard's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Korver, no luck. Philadelphia leading by 21. Here's the machine. It's a big pass and goes in.
Good jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Under passes to Humphries. Back to Schroeder. Korver sets the screen for Schroeder. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. The Hawks making a change here. Millsap's checked in. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. When some things go wrong, Brett, with a team, you often hear about a players-only meeting. I'm sure you've been through a couple of those. What exactly goes on in those meetings?
It's always interesting the location of some of those meetings,
Really?
Kevin, I can tell you. Yeah, depending on if you're at home or if you're on the road, you're going to cram 14 7-footers into room 605 and have a discussion and a heart-to-heart talk about where your season is headed. But it's interesting to hear sometimes who speaks up in those meetings. Everybody's looking towards the star player, the guy that carries the most load, but sometimes the most impressive voice and the one that has the most impact comes from some strange places, some interesting places, and with interesting perspectives.
Is it only relegated to bad teams, or have you been on good teams that have had players only meetings?
I've had both, Kevin, and it's interesting when teams are having some success and call a players-only meeting, how much you get down to the details of what your season represents. If it's a bad team, we're talking about, reestablishing the entire civilization of what's going on around you. But on a really good team, it could be about something very, very specific. To your offense, to your defense, or your approach to the games that you want to just clear up because there are greater things at stake.
Well, Vegas passes to the body. Here's the machine. And 12 comes in. He's made 7 out of 12 now.
Nice. The defender's on him. He gauges how much space he needs to get that one off. Chooses to go with a fadeaway.
Now the feed to basement. Howard kicks it over to Schroeder. Passes to Corbin. Hawks passing it around. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And you look at the advanced numbers. Very quietly, Paul Millsap is one of the most effective rim protectors in the league.
Yeah, I think that's pretty impressive, Kevin. And it speaks to not just the physical abilities of a player, but mentally being able to read what it is that offenses are doing and step into the right position. He's only 6'6" in socks, but when you take into account that wingspan, he can be effective down low.
When you often see players talking with an official after a call or a non-call, were you ever able to make headway with the ref by talking to them after a play, whether you agreed, disagreed, or whatever?
Well, the biggest part about it, Kevin, it's all about your approach. So if you walk up to the referees and you're kind and you're courteous, they're going to listen to what it is that you have to say. So it's all about your timing and your approach with the officials to point out something that may be happening in the game or a trend that you see in the early part of the game, just to draw their attention to some of that action during the course of the period.
Do coaches always make players aware who is officiating and what to look for?
I really never had a coach in a pregame meeting, Kevin, come in and mention the officials who were reffing that game that night. Never happened in my career.
And Jack kicks to Scott. Back to Jack. Screen by Howard. 6 to shoot. Here's the screen. Shot off the pick. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's the bodyguard. Oh, good that time.
Well, next time you should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentage.
That's tipped. And Kowalski is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
And that shows once again that craftiness and body positioning can overcome just someone's sheer size.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Okafor comes in for Rashawn Holmes. Holmes Thompson in for the Beast. Then for the Hawks, Splitters checked in for Howard. And Tavo Cephalosha subbed in for Paul Millsap. Now here is Jack. He kicks it to Splitter. Back to Jack. Gets hauled in by the 76ers.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration championship, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over. And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for the bodyguard. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
That's a two from Cephalosha, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Definitely too late. The time to rally was when the game was in the balance. Now you're just creating highlight reels.
Here's Covington. Pass to the machine. And Slaughter pulls it down. Scott kicks to Cephalosha. Feeds to Jack. Back to Cephalosha. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in.
Well, that shot by Cephalosha goes up almost as soon as he catches the ball. They really quick release.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They pull out a not showing in front of the crowd, but no, they're every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan player of the game, the bodyguard.
The assists were coming fast and furious for him, man. Always sharp, crisp passes that led to easy baskets. You gotta love to see him play like that.
He was dominant, throwing one haymaker after another. And the crowd absolutely loved it. They were eating it up. It's a love affair between him and this city, especially when he's tearing it up like that. He delivered a beauty tonight.
And that is the end of our broadcast for this evening. It sounds like an old 1940s guy, don't
Oh,
I? That's the end of our broadcast for this evening.
Jimmy, Ernie,
For
John.
Ken Smith and Shaq O'Neal.